This is So You Think You Can Jazz 2021 class.
Hi, everyone. So I'll be singing Fly Me to the Moon today, which is a song I really love. I did have the chance to perform it on stage once, 12 years ago. And so returning to that, but I just think it's such a great standard and classic. And it also just reminds me of being younger and times with my family and having Frank Sinatra playing in the background. So beautiful song. And I think it's an opportunity to incorporate some of the elements that we learned in this class. So I have a backing track and hopefully it works. And maybe I'll just get my starting note as well, because there aren't really notes before it starts. All right. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, ba-da-bow. Be-do-bow, ba-down, ba-down, we-da-da-bow. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Thank you.
Yes! That was
Come on.
amazing, Caitlin. What a way to start us off.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love item mute to shout, but I'm cooking. That was so beautiful, and your phrasing too over it. I mean, it was swinging, but it was also very Caitlin, and your vibrato was beautiful, giving me some Amy Winehouse vibes too.
Love that.
Chatting, oh, so lovely.
Thank
Alrighty. Okay, well, let's keep the best is the best. It's just gonna keep good. The good times keep rolling on. I was like
There you
trying
go.
to like reference a song, but yeah, it's just gonna keep getting better and better. Ellen, when you're ready, and feel free to do like a little sound check too if you're using a backing track.
Well, let's see if the backing track works. So
Yeah, that's good.
that works.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I know you said that we should talk a little bit about this class first, and that's what I'm going to do. This was an absolutely astounding class, and I can't say I probably speak for the entire class when I say thank you, because it was wonderful. We studied jazz from beginning to end, and one of my big takeaways from this class was that I like put little jazz into little folders, and you expanded the folders so that what is the Great American Songbook can also be jazz, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That was like a rude awakening for me, or an awakening at the very least. So anyway, I am singing a song that is incredibly challenging for me. It may not be challenging for you, but I told you earlier, if you're going to do a class, you might as well do something that you've never done before. I'm going to be singing If You Can't Sing It, which was made famous by Ella Fitzgerald, but it was covered by a load of people, a load of jazz performers. And it's just a great song and a lot of fun, but it is a bear of a song, so bear with me. The concert was over in Carnegie Hall. The maestro took bow after bow. He said, my dear friend, I have given my all. I'm sorry, it's all over now. When from the chimney way up high, there suddenly came a mournful cry. Oh, Mr. Paganini, please play my Rhapsody. And if you cannot play it, won't you sing it? And if you can't sing it, you'll simply have to. Listen, Paganini, we breathlessly wait your masterful baton. Go on and swing it. And if you can swing it, you simply have to. We've heard your repertoire, and at the final bar, we greeted you with round applause. But what a great ovation! Your interpretation of I never gave much for moonlit skies. I never blinked back at fireflies would too. So Paganini, don't you be a meanie. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, you simply have to. Mr. Paganini, please play my Rhapsody. And if you cannot play it, won't you sing it? And if you can sing it, you'll simply have to. Listen, Paganini, we breathlessly wait your masterful baton. Go on and swing it. And if you can't sing it, you simply have to. We heard your repertoire, and at the final bar, we greeted you with round applause. But what a great ovation, your interpretation. Listen, Paganini, now don't you be a meanie. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring it. And if you can't spring it, you simply have to swing it.
Woo!
And nobody got hurt.
That's that's the good thing about singing. You see, this is why I always say, like, I'm like, if I mess up, nobody dies. This is why I majored in jazz and not medical school. Anyways, Ellen, that was so awesome. You were slaying that challenging melody. Also, your scat, like your sense of time and your articulation with the scat syllables was like you were just like right in the pocket. It was so awesome. I definitely think Ella was smiling from above. And also because I haven't heard you scat that much, I don't know, there's this, it's a weird, I guess, descriptor, but you have a really elastic voice. Like it's really, you really just are able to kind of maneuver, around these sort of large ranges, really just like nimbly and lightly, which is like a great quality for anybody scatting. So it was really refreshing to hear that kind of new area of your voice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Okay. It just keeps getting better. Okay, so, and yes, everybody after you perform, read the comments because we are all just putting the love in there. YJ, you are up next.
All right, hello. So one of the things I learned in this class was the existence of vocalese. So originally my presentation was gonna be my putting lyrics to a Paul Desmond solo, sax solo that I really love, Alice in Wonderland. But then I wasn't really happy with what I came up with. So you're gonna get some other type of presentation today. And this is a multimedia event. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen if you don't mind. So I'm going to talk about sort of one of the things I love, which is swing dancing. So swing dancing appeared with the big band Jazz Age. I'm going to play you some like early, this was in the 40s, swing dance and what it looked like. It started in East Harlem and very much a New York City thing. But this is like maybe like 10, 15 years down the line. You can see it's very energetic, and you can hear the like very big band jazz music behind it. All right, so that's a little sample of like what it looked like back in the day. After, as we learned in this class, bebop and cool jazz, where the ensembles shrunk, there was like less dance vibes. And so the scene sort of withered a little until I think the 80s or 90s. I'm gonna take a peek at my notes, in the 80s, where there's a revival all around the globe, very interestingly in Stockholm too. And that's still a big thing. They actually have a big festival every year. And so it's become more diverse in terms of like global geographic area coverage, and also in terms of styles. Like people dance West Coast swing to like pop music these days. And there's various styles that are like really close hold, like Balboa, which is like a little bit influenced by like tango. Anyways, this is sort of like a modern performance. So one of the nice things that drew me to this dance when I was really into it, a few years ago, was that there's an improv element, just like there is in vocal jazz or jazz musicianship. And so I'll give you a little sampling of two of the teachers I've had pleasure of taking classes with. And now Remy goes off into a solo. And you can do this on like the social dance floor too, like people do it all the time. This is Sky, who's very good solo jazz dance teacher. Anyways, so I'm fulfilling one of my fantasies today, which is when I used to go social dance, sometimes the best times were when there was a really good live band. And sometimes there will be some vocalists, sometimes not. And what makes a good swing band is like they do have to be within It's unlike a jazz performance. They have to be within a certain rhythm and be predictable so that dancers know what's coming. And so I'm gonna try to do this, sing one of the songs we had from class, All of Me, to this couple dancing. They're actually dancing to Ella, and I'm not as good as Ella, but I tried to match the tempo. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna sound check. Sound check, good? Okay, sorry, let me start over. I need to time this. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I'll never use them. Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Your goodbyes gave me these eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my arms, I'll never lose them. Take my lips, I'll never use them. Your goodbye gave me the eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Ba da 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 ba ba da 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 ba da ba da ba do 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 ba da ba da ba di 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 ba di 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 ba da da ba da da ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 ba di 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 da da ba di di ba di 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 da 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 da. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all but a tip of me? All right, that was it. Thank you, everyone.
Yay, amazing. Yes,
Alright.
so
Happy New Year.
good.
Yes, music transcending again, right? Even though we're in our little Zoom boxes, we're not. Oh, that was so lovely, YJ, and thank you for talking more about the swing connection, swing dance connection. That was so awesome, and it's cool to know. Like yeah, it's cool to know that you swing dance too. It's like this is the greatest city too. There's such a great like swing community I know too. Ah, lovely, and that solo too. Giving Sarah a run for her money. I loved how you were sort of coming up with these little ideas in your solo and then repeating them and varying them. Beautiful. Cool. So yes, and we have the performance order again because Crystal is on top of it. Also, slight intermission, but I was going to do this at the end of class, but like, round of applause for Crystal because she's been awesome. And I know sometimes a lot of it can be sometimes behind the scenes, but she has been great with making the notes and with teaching parts of the course and has been lovely, and I'm so glad. I think I speak on behalf of everybody when I say, Crystal, we're so glad that you're here. You got to be part of our
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, everyone. I mean, I feel so lucky to be here. So all I can say is thank you. And Judith is such a good friend of mine, and to get to be here working on what we really love with you is the best thing. So, thank you. Thank you, Judette.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so much
Yes.
to love. And also, Crystal writes beautiful songs, and you should check out her music on Spotify because it's what I would play in my Korean grocery store when I was feeling down. I would play her music on the speakers. Anyways, let's keep going. And
Judette does too, and we're going to work on recording them soon. So be on the lookout.
So much great music. Let's keep going, and we have Willie next. Take it away.
Okay, thanks. So I'd like to, as like others, I'd like to thank Judette and Crystal for your expertise in guiding us as we navigated through the rich history of jazz, like the evolution of the different styles, and also for introducing us to a lot of great jazz artists. And also thanks to everyone in the class for being supportive and making this class real fun. So for tonight, I'll be singing two versions of the song Bye Bye Blackbird. Bye Bye Blackbird was first published in 1924 by Jerome Remick. It was written by composer Ray Henderson and lyricist Mort Dixon. It was first recorded by Sam Lanin's Dance Orchestra in March of 1926. So first, I'm gonna play a recording, which I found on YouTube of the song, sung by Gene Austin in 1926. Let's see.
Pack up all my cares and woes, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, and so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me. Over all the stories they all hand me. Make my death light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye.
So that what you heard is actually the chorus of the song, which is the usual part that is sung by many different artists. It actually has verses, which gives it the song more context in terms of the meaning. So it's actually a song about going home to a place of love and comfort, and leaving a place of disappointment, maybe heartache, sadness. And so for this first version of the song that I'm singing, I'm slowing it down. And it's, I'm gonna sing the head once in a jazz ballad swing style. Here goes. Oh, sorry. We do that again because, okay. Pack up all your cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand hard luck stories they all hand me. Make the bed and light a light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. That's I slowed it down, and with that tempo, I think it gives it a melancholy feel. Now, this being a jazz standard, there's like many different versions of it. And thanks to YouTube, we can listen and watch versions from different artists. There's so many different covers. Let me just, oops, no. And so this version is a version that is inspired by Sarah Vaughan's interpretation. So it's a little bit faster at what's up tempo, and a little bit of scatting as well. Pack up all your cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. When somebody waits for me, sugar's sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. Shabba-dabba-dabba, no one here close and understand me. Shoo-wah-da, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-ba-dee. Shabba-doo-doo, shoo-ba-doo. Blackbird, bye-bye. Pack up all your cares and roll. Here I go, singing low. Bye-bye, bye-bye, blackbird. When somebody waits for me, a sugar sweet, so is she. Bye-bye, blackbird. No one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Oh, shoo-ba-dabba-doo-ba-dabba-doo-ba-doo, shoo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Blackbird, bye-bye. That's it. Oh.
So good.
Oh, so amazing. That standard. Thank you for taking us through not only the history of that song, but also showing again one of them, like the beauty of jazz, how a song can be sung 100 different ways, and what a great way to contrast that rich emotional ballad version. You were giving me some Johnny Hartman vibes. I was like, it felt like I was drinking your voice, soaking in it. Beautiful. And then with that up-tempo Sarah Vaughan-ish version. Lovely. Thank you so much, Willie. I hope it's okay that I'm like gushing in between these performances. I don't get to gush as much as I would during class. I always sort of, Crystal and I are just like, everybody sounded so good today. And so it's nice to be able to share all these comments with you. Henry, you are up. I will let you take it away.
I'm gonna get adjusted right now because I'm gonna do some standings for this. Okay, I'm gonna do some two versions as well, exactly what Marnie did. It's not the same song she did, Honeysuckle Rose. It's gonna be Stolen Moments. I might add a little scatting in it, but thank you, Judette, for everything. Thank you for the second class I've enjoyed with you, and Crystal, I've enjoyed meeting you. This is gonna be the best. I might add a little more scatting if that's okay. So, stolen moments, how I miss all our stolen little moments, the many times I'm not with you. They are such precious stolen moments that we meant only for us two. Whenever you're done, And I know you're not here, it's so hard. Ba-dee-ba-da, you're meant for when you disappear with your face always there right in front of me, dear, but you belong to her. Ba-dee-ba-da, ba-boo-ba-da, be-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Oh, and that's it. Okay, now I'm going to try with the track this time. Okay, I'm going to give this a test first. Can you hear it?
Yeah, that's actually perfect. Yeah, it'll.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, you guys ready? Bye for Judy Garland. Who wants to have some real fun? Who really wants to have some real fun? Stolen moments. Buddy, the after work. How I miss all our stolen little moments. The many times I'm not with you. They are such precious stolen little moments that are meant only free for us two. Whenever you're gone and I know you're not here, it's so hard to remember when you disappear. With your face always there right in front of me, dear, but you belong to her. And that's the end.
Woo! Bravo, Henry.
Nice.
Bravo, Henry. Bravo.
Ooh, yeah, and not an easy piece to sing either. And it was so great to hear both renditions, and I love how you can really see that you're feeling the groove and the rhythm in your body, and that comes out equally in your phrasing and your scatting. It was lovely, and I also think that key, it seems to like really suit your voice. Your voice sounds really sort of nice and rich there.
This song had a lot of bass notes, so that's why I chose this, because it's a lot of bass notes and not everybody can reach the low notes. So I chose that because I can sing very bass. So
Yeah, and you definitely, it's nice and rich down there. Yeah, it was, so lovely. And yeah, thank you for choosing one of our Vocalese tunes.
my pleasure. Thank you so much, Judette.
Yeah, of course. Well, cool.
Proud to be with you for the second class.
No, glad to have you. I keep scrolling up because I can't remember the performance order. We have Julia next.
Hi. So yeah, I wanted to start off thanking you, Judette and Crystal, for this wonderful class. I feel like I've learned so much. I think the thoughtfulness that went into all the layers of this class with the history and with the technique and the playlists that we would listen to, I think you just got so much out of it. And I'm very sad to have it be over, but this has been a really fun end to the class. And so, the song I picked, I think a big takeaway for me from the class is, as we've seen from like the past few performances of how one song could be performed in so many different ways, and like you can have so much ownership over your own song, which I think is like one of the main, like really beautiful parts of jazz. So that's something. So I took a song that's, maybe some of you will recognize from a musical, and tried to kind of add jazz elements to it. But I also like recognized, I think, jazzy, bluesy elements in it to begin with, which I think is cool too, because I'll recognize things I've learned in class in jazz and blues songs, but then also sometimes in like pop music, and, the influence is kind of everywhere. So that was the thinking behind this. And apologies again, I may mess up because I learned this over a period of like an hour. So, okay. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea as you see me go by. It's so sad. Remember we had an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember to back soon, you see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie, doobie doo, doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie, doobie 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 doobie. You say our love is draining and it can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet submissive subject, my loyal royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had, 'cause when push comes to shove, doobie 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 doobie, I'll remind you of my love. Doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie doo, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doo, doobie 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 doo. All right, that's all.
Yay!
So I can't. Well, yeah. I think what YJ said about you practicing, you totally slayed that. And I love how we have so many multi-instrumentalists in the class too. That was lovely, and your voice sat so well there. And I love. I mean, it was so hearing you sort of scat and definitely. I'm like familiar with Hamilton, not as much as I should be, or definitely not as much as most people in this class are, but definitely your articulation and your delivery and emotional, but also the phrasing, that was so lovely and just amazing. And I love how we're just getting like a bit of everything, right, from everybody. Such a great variety too. I love how we can have Hamilton and then Mr. Paganini in the same hour. That's so lovely. And Crystal put the performance order in the chat, and we have so many lovely comments that I'm just going to keep scrolling up.
Judette, I accidentally muted Judette trying to unmute myself.
No,
but edit is next.
Edit is next. Okay, awesome.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm just joining the students before me in thanking Judette and Crystal. Thank you very much. It was, it has been an opening of horizons, as I mentioned earlier. But for me, I think it's because I'm old and I've done so many different things in life. I think jazz is like yoga and flamenco. You can do it at any age. You don't have to be trained in any manner. It's up to you how you challenge yourself with stretching, with the flamenco figures, and with jazz. You want to try a song, you try a song. You want to experiment with like what YJ did. That was amazing. The really the sky's the limit. So anyhow, I'm gonna get into this really high, strong first song that it always lifts me. And since Judette put it in at the last class, I was like, wow, oh my God. Okay, so the Betty Carter version was amazing, but I'm just gonna give you the vanilla version because it's, for me at least, as a foreigner particularly, it's a great challenge to just the diction. So my favorite things, and I love this backtrack, this karaoke backtrack that I found. I'm just gonna get into it and just rock with me. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are our favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and don't so bad. Okay, so that was just to wake you up. Or now we're gonna go to the piano. So after Julia will know it's very hard to focus on a song when you actually play the accompaniment as well. So it's like a double challenge. So the Miss Otis Regrets is a Cole Porter song that, according to the saying, I'm not sure because I wasn't there, no one was there. It was a bet that Cole Porter was having lunch in a club, and he was bragging about, oh, I can write a song about anything and everything. And they said, oh, we dare you to write a song about the next line that we're gonna hear. So a maitre d' goes by and goes to the neighboring table and says, Miss Otis regrets he can't come to lunch today. So then he composed this ballad that's kind of quite morbid in a way, but it's a very touching, nice tune, and the piano part is extremely challenging. So I guess I'm just gonna, apologize in advance and see if I can get it done. Can you guys see everything?
Yes, we can. We got a good view.
All right. So, do you hear the sound?
Yeah, it's coming across pretty clear.
Okay. I drank too much. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lunch today. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to When she woke up and found that the weekly on was gone, she ran to the man who had led her so far astray. And from under her velvet gown, she drew a gun and shot her lover down. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to when the mob came and got her and dragged her from the jail, they strung her up on their old wheel across the way. And the moment before she died, she lifted up her lovely head and Miss Otis regrets she's unable to lose today. Miss Otis regrets she's unable to Wow.
Yes. Woo!
I'm sorry, I must have read too much. It was kind of a little rocky at the beginning. It's very funny how the chord, actually the last chord ends on a 7. So for chord practicing, like it's you so back for the to arrive to the tonic chord, and it just won't. He wouldn't give it to you.
He wouldn't.
So yeah, no, it's great because it leaves the suspense at the end. Okay.
Cole Porter's, yeah, such a masterful songwriter, and that was such like a I think I said it, everything about it was so fluid, like water, your voice and just you at the piano, and I'm so glad that you also took the time to like start it right. Like that is like a big vouch, and you kept going and
This was so bizarre. I couldn't find a first note.
Like, have you heard the Tom Waits song "The Piano Has Been Drinking"?
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it was still like you totally killed it, and that was beautiful. And it was also lovely to hear the contrast with that and My Favorite Things. Like your voice was ringing out so much for My Favorite Things and was beautiful, and then to hear that more intimate side of your voice, it was lovely. So thank you so much, Edit.
Well, thank you, and I'm just a little sorry that the scatting is still waiting to. I haven't dug myself into scatting, so next time.
No worries, no worries. And you are improvising with your phrasing, and things come with time too, you know.
Good job, Edith.
Oh, lovely. Okay, well, I'm Crystal. King's next, right? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
No, King, off to you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. One of the things that I liked about jazz, and I wanted to talk about this this class, is I like the improvisation of jazz and the vocalization of jazz. That you can actually take a song and an emotion and convey it with your voice, and it could take any form depending on how you feel that day. And I was going through music, and I was listening to an interview with Miles Davis, and he said he can never play the song the same way again because of that note about jazz, that improvisation, and the way you feel in the moment. So with that being said, I wanted to kind of do a melody of the different things that you touched on and introduced us to. So I'm gonna start you might have heard me a lot of times in the chat, but oh, this person did this one too and this. And one of my favorite vocalese performers is Al Jarreau, and he's a jazz performer. He's taken some jazz standards and changed them for vocal. So I'm gonna start off with that, and you can look that up. It's called Take 5. That I'm gonna start with, and then I'm gonna go into a modern version of another song called Night in Tunisia, and that's by Chaka Khan. And then the next one after that is, if I get a chance to put it all together in my head, I have it worked out, is Natalie Cole, Mr. Melody, and then Bossa Nova, which I love, and I love this song, Dindy, and that's done by runs the gamut between Ella Fitzgerald. I didn't even know she did a version. Sarah Vaughan did a version. Jovine did a version. Another guy called Bimbo did a version. I mean, there's a ton of versions of this song. And the one and only Frank Sinatra also did a version of this song. And then I was going to finish up with Moody Move for Love, the original version, but I might put a little surprise in there because I'm not really sure. And I'm trying to put a couple of technical things that may work out, may not work out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 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 do. It would better not to be so polite if you offer a light. Da 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 da. Come take 5. I don't know if you can hear this. Ooh, put it the wrong way. Sorry. A long time ago in the 40s, Dizzy and Brad gave us the song, and the melody still lingers on. It called it Night in Tunisia, and the melody still lingers on. And then the melody still lingers on. Ba 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 da, Scooby Doo ba da, Scooby Doo ba da, Scooby Doo tweet tweet ba 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 da, Scooby Doo ba da, Scooby Doo ba da, Scooby Doo doo doo. Mr. Melody, you know, ooh, it makes me sing. The more I live, the more I want it. It really makes sense to me, Mr. Melody. Mr. Melody, la 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 la, Scooby Doo Badana, Scooby Doo Badana, Scooby Doo tweet ba da ba, Scooby Doo Badana, Scooby Doo Badana, Scooby Doo Badana da 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 da. La da 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 da. Sky, oh, so vast is the sky with faraway clouds just tumbling by. Where do they go? I don't know. Don't know. Wind that speaks to the leaves, telling stories that no one believes, stories of love for you and me, you and me. Oh, Gingy. If I only had words, I would say all of the beauty beautiful things I see when you're with me, my Gingy. Don't you know, Dindy? I'll keep running and searching for you like a river there. Can't find the sea. That would be me, my Dindy. There I go. There I go. There I go. Pretty baby, you are the soul of capture my control. But it's a funny thing that every time you're near me, I cannot explain. You give me a smile and then a tweet of doo doo da da. I'm dee dee doo doo da da. But doo 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 da 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 da. La la da da. Sweet doo doo twee. Doo 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 twee. Doo 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 twee twee da. I waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. Lying in your house of fun. Don't know why I ba-da-dee ba 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 la dee. That's it. I added it.
Wow.
So good.
Oh, it's so good.
Dang, you gotta read the chat comments.
As I heard it, but
Wow.
You took us on a journey, on a roller coaster. Medleys. We didn't talk a lot about medleys, but girl, you did medleys. Period. Ooh, that was, and you're scatting and just your tone and all, like the pure vocal range you actually explored, but also the range in your tone, and you literally were taking every style we learned in the course and just mashing it up. And you were so, yes, for stage presence too, you were just so in it, and that was so beautiful to watch. And
You embodied being present, like what you said.
Yeah, lovely performance. And of course, yes, and Al Jarreau also probably would be screaming from above. Yeah. Oh, so lovely. And I love the Nora Jones.
I had to end with that. Because I think it's Monty's voice reminds me of Nora Jones, so she made me think of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nora has like such a nice sort of jazzy tone too. That's, yeah, nice and light too. Oh, okay. Well, let's keep this beautiful song train moving. Crystal, can you tell me who's next? I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Crystal keeps muting me.
I think it's
I guess
me,
she's had it
Judah.
with me this time.
No, I'm so sorry. I don't know why that keeps happening. But yes, Marina.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, so like everyone said, thanks again to Judette and Crystal. You guys are both so lovely and supportive, and you guys are always super prepared. So I think that really made the class flow nicely, and I think we all learned a lot. So thank you again for that. And I'd say a few things that I took away from this course would be more insight on how to scat. I think which syllables to use and like reducing the amount of vibrato helped a lot. The forward and back phrasing, I really liked that technique because I feel like it allows each singer or performer to make a piece unique and their own. So that's been really cool to experiment with. And I think, yeah, just the overall evolution of jazz. It's always just nice to have some context behind the music we like to listen to and sing. And I feel like it gives us a deeper appreciation for that specific art form. So, and then today I'm going to be singing Corcovado, since I really enjoyed our class about bossa nova. And I think the style of jazz is super intriguing, and I think there's a lot of versatility that you can find within this genre of jazz. So my interpretation is kind of more dreamlike and like loving, but also slightly melancholic, I'd say, at least based on the English lyrics. So the way I'm going to sing it, my layout is I'm going to sing through the piece once fully with lyrics. Then I want to scat the head and the second verse a little bit, and then finish the song with lyrics again. So I might just do a quick sound check.
Yeah, I think that's a good volume. Yeah.
Good? Okay. Oh. Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating in the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and the window looking on the mountain, and I see how lovely. This is where I want to be, holding you so close to me until the final flicker of life's ember. I who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke I found with you. The meaning of existence, oh my love, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-da. This is where I want to be, holding you so close to me until the final flicker of life's ember. I who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke I found with you. The meaning of existence, oh my love. That's it.
Woo! Ah, lovely. Thank you so much for that, Marina, and also just for your thoughts at the beginning too. That was so lovely to hear your takeaways too, and your voice. Wow, just like yes, very dreamlike and super well suited to the style. I loved your back phrasing on the head out too, and
Thank you.
scatting. Yeah, it was so lovely. And I can't, and it's, and that was it, right, Crystal? We got through up. Oh no, I'm so sad because it's over, but I'm also so happy because that was so amazing.